That's worse. Well, Wooly here. Wooly and his bad lighting. What happens if I do this? How's that? Well, you know, that is actually a little bit better. Guys, welcome to Red Branch Bushcraft's first live stream, besides for my live stream this morning, of course, to tell you that I was going to go live. I'm just going to take my glasses off, it's easier. Pat, where the heck is everybody? Is right. I'm late. I'm only just on, so we'll give everybody a couple of minutes just to sort of just to get their bearings and figure out that one. Noodle Chum, how's it going? One, it is not. It is Friday night, and two, it's live on Red Branch tonight and not on Wooly's World, which is a little bit might cause a little bit of confusion. Probably cause a little bit of confusion with me as well, because I'll probably end up getting away from my my train of thought. So what we are looking to talk about tonight, guys, I have a couple of tops. No double headers, Pat. No. I got your message. I was having dinner. I got your message there. No, definitely not. I am not. Roddy, how's it going? What's the crack, man? What's the crack? You're welcome to Red Branch Bushcraft's first live feed. I went shopping today, right? Shopping. Took the girls shopping today, and I bought a dinosaur. I bought a T-Rex. Bought a Shalike T-Rex. Check that out. For 42 years I have walked this earth, and I wanted one of these. John, how's it going? And all the Shalike stuff was on sale today, so I bought myself a T-Rex. Look, how cool is that? It's quite big. Yes. So it now lives on my computer desk right there, like that. Yes. Bought a dinosaur. John, how's it going? John, you put a good topic of conversation into my head earlier on. Closest thing to a chicken that you can have. Exactly. Hey, exactly. And it wasn't until I got chickens that I realized that. So John asked a question earlier on. John, you were wondering about hot tents. Oh, nice, Roddy, nice. Hot tents. Now, hot tent, for some of you, for those of you who guys who aren't really sure of what it is, and just sort of to make sure we're on the same page here, John, is some sort of tent that you can put a stove in. Isn't that the definition of a hot tent? Now, hot boxing a tent is something completely different. And it might only be something that you would talk about in it might only be an Irish thing as well, but it's definitely something completely different. Let me get comfortable here. So, right, so now I also have my old t-shirt on. So nice. Okay, so hot tents. Now, I do not have a lot of experience with hot tents. My experience is limited to teepees, as in what I have stayed in. I have never slept in a tent with a stove in it, to tell you the truth. But I do see lots of them about, and ranging from backpacker ones. You don't know what hot boxing is. Hot boxing is, how can I put this without incriminating myself? Have you ever seen Cheech and Chong? Right, moving swiftly along. Okay, so no, not. It is. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so what Pat? I'm responding to there. What I would say is it depends on your size, John. It depends on what you're looking for. What I've stayed in some canvas teepees that you could hot stove them, and they were fantastic. I mean, but these, you're talking the guts of £1,800 each. These things, you know, you're only ever going to take them anywhere in a car because they're so big and so strong and heavy, you know. So and then there's the opposite side, which is like your one Tiger stuff. John, I don't know if you've ever seen them. Do you ever see the Outdoor Gear Review channel? Do you ever see that guy? He actually, his most recent video, he has a one Tiger tent and a one Tiger stove, and he's up sleeping in a storm. I caught like the first 10 minutes of it today. So he does very good videos, but that's your flip side. So that's what it's going to be, and you're still talking roughly about £200 price wise. But John, it depends on what you want to do with it. Do you want to put it up in the garden for the kids, or do you want something that you can put in your back and take when you go walking? That's, yeah, okay. So what I would be looking at is definitely something like a bell tent or something like that, you know. Siobhan, 1 second, guys. Siobhan, you've left the dog somewhere. Yes, you have. There's somebody doing something in the kitchen. That's Bruno. Well, get him out. Bruno just does what he wants. Just does what he wants. That's true. It's not actually a joke. Bruno just does completely what he wants. I was down strimming the other day, right down in Red Branch, strimming, trying out this new trimmer cable that I got from Oregon. Look, I'm off topic again. I'm away from Red Branch and I'm talking about brush cutters. He's after a chicken nugget that's in the window. That's what he's doing. He can give him the chicken nugget and take him in the sitting room. So what happened is, so I'm strimming. Made a video about it as well. You can, hey, Roddy, you can. You should see the backpack and stoves, hey, like that size. Everything fits into them. Very lightweight aluminium, you know, heavy gauge, lightweight aluminium. Serious yokes, like serious, but you're talking 200 quid, you know. But if you're going in the backyard, and you can just get a wee small stove, and you know, all these tents come with stove jacks and stuff like that, where you can put a stove up through the outside of the tent. But anyway, looking back on the video, I saw what was going on. But when I was leaving, I said, Bruno, come on, get in the truck. And he went to get in the truck. Hi, Anona Moo. And guys, you know the way when your dog rolls in poo, right? It's normally like a little bit of poo here, right? Well, this was like Bruno had found a bath of poo and he had jumped into it. He was a different color. I just hadn't been paying attention to him. I hadn't noticed until I went to get him into the truck, and he had jumped. He was covered. I mean, covered in poo from head to toe. From head to toe. It took me, and it was dry. It was like, Jesus Christ of Almighty, so much. Anyway, okay, so John, okay, I would definitely be looking into. I would be looking into a cotton canvas or a poly cotton, duck cotton bell tent. Bell tent is going to have more light in it because it's white, okay, and you're going to get a lot more sunlight and stuff like that. all these, now when you go down the line of bison lavu or a bison TP, they're green. So the darker the color, the less light it's going to let in. Okay, pretty much. So you think that's a good idea, but it means that inside your tent is pitch black during the day. You know, so that's the major downfall I have seen with these big green teepees and stuff like that. They're bomb-proof, absolutely bomb-proof. The green doesn't show up stains and stuff like that as quick as the white does, but you can power hose these things. If they're made of any sort of decent cotton, you know, heavy gauge cotton, you can power hose them. So that's what I'd be looking at, John. Where you would get one of those in Ireland, I don't know. Do you know what's funny, actually? There was a campsite in Ballina last September. No, it wasn't fox poo. It was cow poo. I know what you know when they're rolling fox poo and they get a little tiny bit. Well, this is like he had been dunked in it. Like just dunked in shit. He was just covered in it. So, John, September last year on Dundee, there was a campsite in Ballina sold off all of their bell tents, right? Sold them all off for like €200 each. Amazing quality, and I think they do that every year. Bushcraft EMP, how is it going? So you're very welcome to the first live feed. It's a pity Dan's not on here, English Woodsman, because he hot stove or hot tents all the time. So he has some really cool systems, really cool setups. But it's like a lot of these companies now are making those little backpacking stoves. A lot of them. One Tiger seemed to be like the first. No, it wasn't fox poo, Roddy. It didn't stink like fox poo. It was like he had gone to where the cows were getting into the river or something, and he had just rolled in it. It was rotten. I mean, he was rotten. I took him straight in and put him. I should have hosed him. I really should have hosed him just to sort of. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do this. But yeah. So guys, there's a lot of these little companies in England have been making these sort of tent stoves for a long time. Outback stoves or something, I think. But it seems like One Tigris is a big company, as far as I know. Well, they just seem to be. Maybe they just have more presence, you know, that you just come across them more. Maybe that's what it is. But they're definitely backpacking stoves. Now, if you happen to come across somebody selling like what do you call them? Like a barge stove. You can buy barge stoves. Sometimes you can, when they're like cast iron, you know, if you're not carrying it anywhere, it doesn't really matter about the weight. You know, you're going to be putting it on some sort of a concrete plinth anywhere, a concrete pad. So that's the sort of thing I'd be thinking of. Now, so I would say he didn't smell like he had been sprayed by skunks. That would be just absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Jesus Christ. I know, thanks be to God we don't have skunks. If we had skunks in this part of the world, Bruno would be skunked every day, and he'd probably have like porcupine quills sticking out of his nose as well and stuff, because he's such a dope. Bruno, you big dope, come up the stairs. So listen, tell me this. Is there anything else? Yeah, that makes sense. He's here, but he's just being a little bit aloof. Here comes trouble. What are you doing, girls? Oh, I thought you were coming up to say hello. But listen, the tent materials these days are just amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like the type of nylon that they're using in tents.
Hello.
Look up there. That's the camera. Look. So, hey Bruno. But the thing is, You know, you're going from your lightweight nylon to your heavyweight. Robert, how's it going? From your lightweight nylon to your heavyweight cotton canvas, and that's the difference. So it all boils down to what you want out of it. I am actually. I am looking forward to the. Who's Noodle Chum? Who are you, Noodle Chum? In real life, in the real world, man. So that's what you're looking at, you know. So it boils down to how much you want to spend and what you want to carry on your back, or if you want to carry it at all. So that's the way I'd be looking at it, John. Robert, you're very welcome. You got anything you want to chime in about? Any questions? We're going to keep it sort of outdoor gear related on the Red Branch ones, and we're going to try our best not to start talking about chainsaws and stuff, and we'll save the chainsaws and stuff. Evie, you be careful now. Zip them up. Save the chainsaws and stuff for Wally's Red. Marlon, how's it going? You're very welcome. We try and keep the chainsaws and stuff like that for Wally's word. He says, knowing damn rightly that in 20 minutes we're probably going to be talking about chainsaws. Tell me this. Let's talk about hand saws for a little minute. Okay, so I did the video about the Baco Laplander. Controversial. Now, I have my reasons for saying what I said, okay? We can talk about axes. Definitely talk about axes. Because they are bushcraft related as well. So my Laplander video was controversial, okay? And I had my reasons for saying what I said, but everybody, or at least every second comment, and it was the same when I did a similar video on Wally's World, everybody has said, Wally, you don't know, don't be so hasty. Get a silky and try a silky and let me know how you feel. Okay, so what has put me off for silkies in the past has been breakages. Okay, so everybody I know that has had a silky has had to replace the blade. But then I was thinking, I have a silky pole saw, right, with two big blades on it that have never broken. So, and I have abused the hell out of them. Roddy. And so I'm thinking about getting one just to test it for the channel. The thing is that I've got loads of stuff to test for the channel lately. Like I've bought loads of stuff, and I'm going to get something, a couple of more things as well. So I'm like thinking, yeah, it's 50 quid. It's 50 quid for a folding saw. Oh, 50 quid. He says after spending £15 on a dinosaur, but it's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex. I bought a dinosaur today for the 7 of you that didn't see that. So do you know what I mean? So I'm just wondering, is there that much of a difference? And you see, the thing is, down at Red Branch, I also have Stanley folding saws. And when I look at the Stanley folding saws and I put them back and forward, up nice and close with the silkies, there's not much difference, to tell you the truth. And I have a Husqvarna folding saw, guys. Yes, the dinosaur is definitely worth it. Definitely. I have a Husqvarna folding saw, guys, and it is really effective. Really, really, really effective. So maybe what I need to do is I need to put them all head to head. Maybe I need to test. I need a head-to-head folding saw video, don't I? I know, Roddy. That's what I was thinking. But bought a dinosaur today. You know, I spent 30 quid on 2 pairs of socks. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think I probably need a head-to-head video with the 3 of them, maybe even the 4 of them. Just cutting some wood and stuff like that and seeing which one I prefer best. I know I did the head-to-head with the I did a head-to-head with the Husqvarna versus the Baco Laplander, and the Husqvarna kicked its ass completely. It was so much better at cutting. And you know, I've been using it down at Red Branch a lot. And not me personally. The kids have been using it, and there's no issues with it. You know, so that's the longevity thing. That's the important part that you need to test with these things. You know, so a Trex is worth it. No, I do not have an expensive shovel that can start a fire. The longest video I have ever done is 45 minutes, I think. The longest video I have ever uploaded has been 45 minutes. I've had videos that have, when I've gone to edit them, have been over an hour, but they still get edited down to 10 minutes. And that is hard. I think, well, it's not... Peppy, how's it going? You're very welcome. I think that it was a Wally's World video, and it's the Just a Knife Overnight Challenge. I think it was that video. Yeah, it was 45 minutes. I couldn't keep it. I was actually thinking about shooting one of them on Sunday night, John. We're going to go camping on Sunday night. But I'm probably going to sleep in a shelter of some description, and the girls will probably sleep in a hammock. We do have a tent up. Did you see my the Coleman Octagon 8 video? Have you seen that one, John? That is a fantastic tent, and not very expensive either, like 120 quid, and it is just, it's tough. I left it up in the woods for a year. not to test it, just because I'm really lazy. Oh yeah. Do you know, Robert, I had that video on Wally's World, and what I actually did was I wrote a list. I went through all the different videos, all the bushcraft videos that I had in Wally's World, and I was going to upload them, because every Thursday now I'm uploading an old Wally's World video to Red Branch, and I'm removing that video from Wally's World. And I have the How to Light a Fire in the Rain video, which I thought was really good, because I did a lot of work on that one in preparation, and I was up the mountain and all, so it was sort of like I couldn't, you know, if it didn't work, if I didn't get it to work, it wasn't going to work. So but what I did was I deleted the video, I went to upload it, and I don't have the original. I can't find it. So just me and a steak. As long as the steak was big enough that I could put it over myself and sleep under it. So best tips, yeah. I don't know. Plenty of keep your wood dry, keep your powder dry, Rob. That's all I can think. Are you getting out much? I feel like I'm spending so much time in the woods, but I'm not actually doing anything. It's crazy. Bruno, the girls have gone out. Yes, John. It was the blue tent. That is a fantastic tent, hey. And when you zip open all those different sides on it, it's just like you're in the forest. It just is a really cool tent, really cool tent. So will I ever do a house tour of my house? I think you probably pretty much have seen it all if you go look through various videos. Bruno, I'm up here. Bruno's having separation anxiety because the girls have gone out on the bikes, and he is not, because he's a menace on the bikes. So yeah, but like when it comes to small tents and stuff like that, that's something that I don't really have a lot of information on. I actually had a Coleman one that was very good, but the poles got broken twice. Siobhan broke the poles twice. I don't know how. Never when we were putting it up. Come here, Bruno. Rob, how's your pup getting on? Wait and see this pup. Come here, Bruno. Hello. You all right? He's a little bit put out because they've gone out without him, and he just needs to be with people. I'm back working, you see, Rob. So it's a little bit, it's like you're in the woods all the time. You know, I'm building loads of stuff at Red Branch as well. So it's cool. Building a big, absolutely kick-ass shelter. I don't know if you saw that video, guys. I seem to have. YouTube has decided that it likes the Red Branch Bushcraft short videos. That's brilliant, isn't it? They're brilliant outside. They're like horses. They're like race horses. They're just YouTube has decided that it likes my short videos, right? So we had that video, the Campfire video, that hit like 6,000 views in 48 hours. Well, I put up that one yesterday or the day before about the shelter I'm building, and it's gone crazy as well. So it has like sorry, I'm looking at my phone here. And he never found it again. I'm so bad at finding stuff. I'm so bad at finding stuff when you guys are there trying to watch. Oh, the ultimate A-frame shelter shorts. 825 views in a day. That's crazy. That's crazy for me, but absolutely crazy for me and this little channel. So it's cool. It is like, and I sort of stayed away from them on Red Branch. They were, or on Woolies World. Sorry, they're just a bit of a, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny, and COVID is funny as well. But we leave COVID out of it for a little while. We get all the controversial stuff and all that, and the New World Order and all pandemic and stuff at the end. I can't really make my children do anything. They're children to do whatever they want. They're just like the dog. Bruno, come upstairs and stay here. Can you hear him? He's pacing downstairs because they're not here. But so axes. Let's talk about axes. What is everybody's preferred bushcraft axe, guys? Come on, I'm pulling teeth here. Noodle Chum, you need to tell me who you are in real life. So the thing is, guys, there's 9 people on. I need to see 9 thumbs up there. Come on, click out the live chat, click the thumbs up, click back in the live chat, and we can have the crack again. So when it comes to axes, guys, when it comes to bushcraft axes, my favorite is definitely the Hultifer's hunting axe. I don't have it here. I don't have it here because I've been using it down at Red Branch. I have this axe here. This is a nice axe. This is a little bit heavy for bushcraft, I find. And you know, I was splitting kindling the other day, and I thought I'll try the Fiskars when I'm splitting the kindling, and it was just a little bit too heavy, or I'm a little bit too weak for it. Are you from Mullaman, Noodle Chum? Are you? So this I find, and I think this is like 1.8 kg or something like that. It's hard to tell. It's hard to read because it's very and you see what that says? Anybody know what that says? You know what it is. Any of you guys from Woolies World will know that that's the Buchan special. Well, that's a Grand Furs Brooks, and it doesn't see a lot of work. Okay, 2.5 pounds. 2.5 pounds. So, geez, I don't even remember what weight it is. It's It's the length as well, guys. It's the length. So about 22 inches. I think that's about the length of it there, and that's perfect for me. Now I was chopping stuff with it the other day in the forest. I was making steaks, tent pegs, or whatever you want to call them, and it's just perfect. And it's light that you can carry it, and it's not going to annoy you. So that's the sort of thing that I would be looking for. I have used shorter axes before, like the Estwing and stuff. 25-pound axe, and he broke it making a shelter. Stakes for hammering into the ground. John, I will. Yeah, no bother, as long as I remember. Yes. So, and my recommendations, and I tell you, here's the crack, right? Wait and see this. Okay. Children's sleeping bags are an absolute joke, and they're a disgrace. You should never put your child into a children's specific sleeping bag. Okay, that's the truth. They're no good. They're no good for camping. They're no good for camping in Ireland. They're no good for camping in England. Okay, unless you spend a lot of money, right? But what I have been doing, right, is and we've been doing this for maybe about 3 years, right? So you buy an adult sleeping bag, a good adult sleeping bag, and you put the kids in an adult sleeping bag, and you fold the excess underneath the child as extra thermal insulation from the ground, okay? And you make sure that the kid is on a sleeping mat as well. Kids move all over the place in a tent. So generally what I would do is but this is the thing. Then in Red Ranch, I have like 20 roll mats, 20 big thick roll mats. If you're worried about your kids rolling about in a tent, do you know those interlocking foam pads that you get? They call them gym mats, and you sort of push them together. Guys, they're very cheap. You can basically floor your tent and then put something on top of it, right? And then they can't roll off it, so they don't get cold, right? Make sense? So the cold doesn't seep up through the ground, wake them up in the middle of the night. That means you have a crap night's sleep and they have a crap night's sleep. Okay, so when I was talking about that I bought stuff to review for the channel, guys, this is the British Army medium weight sleeping bag, right? This is a complete, this is the current issue. This is a complete copy of the Carinthia Defense 4, right? The Carinthia Defense 4 is the sleeping bag that I've been using for about 4 years, and it is amazing. Okay, so the outer is windproof and water resistant. It's DWR. Okay, the British Army didn't sign a contract with Carinthia to just use their stuff, right? So what they did was they got a Carinthia sleeping bag and they took it apart, and then they got somebody to make one for them. Okay, so a Carinthia Defense 4 sleeping bag, guys, would cost you £180. These are £40, 40 bloody pound. Center zip. There's no hood. It's not a hood that you would get on like a standard sleeping bag. The way this works is that there's only a little tiny little baffle like this. So when you put the kid into it and you zip it up, they can't sort of wriggle out of it. So I bought there. I bought there a 4-piece sleep system, British Army sleep system. It's actually a 5-piece system, but the 5th piece you have to buy separately. Guys, Thermarest are absolutely fantastic. You will never regret it, and it will last you for years. Don't even think about it. Buy a Thermarest. They are unbelievable. Okay, so here is the crack. I paid 75 quid for that British Army 4-piece sleep system. That's a cotton inner. It's a summer bag. It's the medium weight winter bag, and it is a stuff sack that it goes into. And for an extra 20 quid, you can get a Gore-Tex bivy bag that goes over the top. Okay, if I was to buy the exact same sleep system but made by Corinthia, which they have copied, would cost me £500 plus. Okay, this is unbelievable quality gear, bomb proof. You know, it's made for soldiers, right? So soldiers, you know, they don't care. They just trash their gear. You know, it's issued to them. So what I would say is, Robert, go on to Woolly's World and have a look at my latest Thermarest. It's probably 3 years old by now. With Thermarest Neo Air Voyager, blown away. 7 centimeters thick. It is unbelievable. Brilliant sleeping mat. And the Thermarest I had before that, I got in 2000. So I had it 17 years. Guys, I'm telling you, don't be looking into expensive sleeping bags. Now, when I got my Corinthia Defense 4, I bought it used on eBay for 50 quid, but when it turned up, it was brand new. And it was military surplus as well. I think from the German army or the Austrian army or something like that. Guys, the stuff that they're issuing the soldiers now is just really good. The boots are good. I got a French army rucksack there, a big 100-liter rucksack, and it is the most comfortable rucksack I've ever put in my back. It is just super comfortable and bomb proof. Jesus Christ, this thing is tough. You know, so especially for kids' sleeping bags, guys, you know, that's a sleeping bag there that the girls can get into and the girls can use, right? But come the winter, I can put the other sleeping bag inside it, and that then becomes a 5, or with a bivy bag, and that becomes, you know, it's rated down to -30. Do you know what I mean? And I'd be sleeping outside in that, and that, you know, and that's my other sleep system. So if you look at the video, the Red Branch video I did on my sleep system, this is exactly the same. Listen, I only got it the other day, Rob, and I was blown away by it. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. So I don't even know how they can do it. Actually, no, I think there's 5 degrees in the comfort rating because Corinthia has some sort of special silver crossweave thread or something on the inside. But these things are unreal, hey? Unreal for the price. 40 to 45 quid. No bother. Guys, John, no problem. Listen, if you want to send me a message or anything, if you want any more info, what I will do is I'll pull out all the stuff that we're going to be using at the weekend, and I'll go over it in a wee video. It mightn't. Well, sure. Listen, I'm a couple of weeks ahead in videos anyway. It mightn't come out until. Well, I can skip it forward if you want, so it comes out quicker. But the Coleman tent is very, very good, and Coleman tents are great quality anyway, I find. So, but definitely look into that stuff. Definitely look into that ex-army gear, guys. Now, if you're going long distance and stuff like that, it might be a little bit heavy for you. Do you know what I mean? But then there's other ways you can. For me, personally, it doesn't really bother me because I would much rather have a good night's sleep than anything else. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I would much rather have a really heavyweight sleeping bag with me and be comfortable when I go to bed, you know, than I'll deal with other stuff, you know. Just one set of clothes, you know, that wouldn't really bother me that much. But I know it can be an issue for some people. But yeah, no, I have been really super impressed with this ex-army stuff, and I have been down the rabbit hole of Ventile cotton at the minute. I don't know if you guys have come across Ventile cotton yet. It's not a new fabric; it is an old fabric, and it was invented in World War II. I think it was invented to sort of. They thought they could replace rubber with this cotton fabric, but then they realized it's actually really good for clothes. So it is something that I have been looking into and something that you will see on the channel in the future. So And because of that, I'm going to get rid of a load of gear, loads of gear. So of all that Garpethan stuff I'm trying to get rid of it. Strangely enough, not a lot of people are interested in it. Maybe I shouldn't try to sell the stuff that I have that I have ridiculed in a video. I might just give it away. Do you know that? That's what I'm thinking as well. I might just give it away. Tell you what, guys, if you're a subscriber to the channel and if you know somebody who is roughly about my size, roughly about my weight, probably, that is getting into bushcraft or doesn't have a lot of money for gear and would like some gear, you know, let me know. So I might just give it away. I don't know. It's sitting here. I'm not wearing it. I don't really want it. So I have a Garpethan smock. I have 3 pairs of trousers. So I know. And it's funny because on that gear, Garpethan have never responded back to me in relation to that stuff. I don't know, guys. Listen, I got a quick recap. I got this Garpethan gear about October last year, thinking it was going to be the perfect suit for Wally's World and the perfect budget option, because it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't super expensive. So it was like 200 quid. He just collapses. It was about 200 quid for the smock and about 100 quid for the trousers. So so I got it and I tested it for 6 months, and there was an issue with everything. There was an issue with everything. So there was like stitching in the wrong place. A couple of trousers started, a couple of pair of trousers shrunk, which was, I don't know. I actually don't know if they did shrink or not, or they just were like such tight fit. Yeah, yeah, bad. And the smock, it is just like the simple, like the Velcro went on the smock, you know, and like very quickly after I had it. And do you know what it's actually reminding me of is because I'm uploading the shelter build video that I was really testing in those videos. And I noticed that I'm just doing the Velcro. When you pay 200 odd quid for a smock, you want the bloody Velcro to work. And the Velcro is only these little small things, little small. I don't know. The quality just wasn't there, guys. But anyway, listen, I told them what I was going to do, and I told them about the video I was going to put out, and I put out the video, and their response was, "Well, this is what happens when you have a new line of gear," and that was that. So it sort of irked me a little bit, sort of annoyed me that they just were sort of like, shit happens, you know. So and I was very hopeful. I thought that they would have been a good company, a new company, you know, maybe something that would go up against the Fall Ravens and stuff like that. But the funny thing is, I've been testing this the Vorstulika stuff, the Vorstulika. I'm testing the outdoor trousers and I'm testing the windproof smock at the minute. Guys, that stuff is really good. You know, when you think about the Garpethan smock was around £200 and the Vorstulika smock is like 60 quid, you know, and the quality difference is unbelievable, you know, as in the Vorstulika one is a far superior quality. But hey, there's that, isn't it? It's just a bit weird. It's just a bit weird. I don't know. But hopefully I will have some new gear coming to test soon. So I will get the summer testing the Vorstulika stuff, and I have to say, guys, I'm impressed with it, you know. So what I might do is I might do just a wee video. How would you come up with a way to give that to somebody? How do you do it? I don't know. Like, does anybody know anybody? Like, can you recommend somebody you know? The trousers are long and slim, you know, so they fit me okay at the waist, They're a little bit tight on my amazing behind, and they're too long for me in the leg. So it's like and it's like nothing just fitted properly, you know. So who do you give it to? Who do you give it to? What do you do? How do you even? I don't know. Tell you the truth, I would need to come up with some sort of a way. Like it's a medium smock. It's like I can get a buffalo on underneath it, no problem. So, oh, I don't know. Here, I don't know. I'll have a think about it. What else can I do? So, I need to go let the dog out. Hang on. If he's not here when I come back, I'll understand why. Right, let's go. So we had a whole big conversation last week about knives, where literally I just sat here and talked about knives for an hour. No, I haven't. No, there's no second-hand stores here anymore, Roddy. They're all gone. COVID has destroyed them all. There's no such thing. People won't donate stuff or won't accept stuff because of COVID. You know, so it's. I ask. Do you know, Roddy? It sounds very familiar. It sounds very familiar. Do you know, the thing is that, Roddy, have you heard of Hilltrack? They're a Scottish company. I think I might have. Journey North, you're very welcome. I think I might have mentioned them to you before. So, what was I going to say? Somebody remind Wooly what he was talking about, because Wooly cannot remember. As per usual, Wooly can't remember what's going on. Is anybody surprised? Not me. North, you're very welcome. So we spent a full hour last week. No, I'm not going to say we. I'm going to say me. So here's what happened. So supposed to go live on Red Branch last week. The dogs are killing something. They just smashed something outside. So supposed to go live last week on Red Branch Bushcraft. Went on to go live. I said at about 8:45. I said I'll do a little live. I'll do a little test just to make sure everything's working. Went to do a test. You cannot go live. Why not? Because you're too stupid. Oh, okay. So you cannot go live because you do not have enough subscribers, or you need 24 hours notice, or you need 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live instantly. So had to go live on Wooly's World. So Wooly's World ended up being an entire hour dedicated to knives. Just knives. Just talking about knives. And then I don't have my glasses on, because if I put my glasses on, it goes like this. Look, I'm going those ring lights. Look, you ready? It's fun. I never heard of it. Oh, Robert, what knife do I have now? Let's have a look. You do. Do you know what? My knives are in the car. But I have my spares here. So, cheap and cheerful. Let's go to cheap and cheerful and Wooly's recommendations for cheap and cheerful knife. And guys, you know what it's going to be. Where the hell is it? I've been testing this, Robert. I've been testing this one. And this is from Varstalika as well. And this is the Jääkäripuukko 110, I think it's called. I have beaten the absolute crap out of this knife. I have battered this so much. I actually battered it one time that the handle spun. Now it's a full tang knife, but the handle is like rubber molded onto it. It's very comfortable, very secure as well. But I was beating the crap out of this, absolutely beating it. Now listen, Varsdalika sent me this to test. I was pushing them to send me stuff, you know, anything you would like to send me to test. I'm a YouTuber, blah blah blah. And they said, I tell you what, Diarmuid, we are really proud of this knife. And they should be. This is, it's 4mm thick. I'm going to say a Scandi Vex grind. It's not a Scandi grind. It's, you know, that's a Scandi grind. To me, that's too high to be a true Scandi grind. It has to be a Scandi Vex or a convex grind. You know, so 40 quid. 40 quid with a dangler sheath. Here we go, Roddy. Here we go. It's got a wee. Very good knife. Very good knife. And then there's this. Guys, who got me talking about knives? Rawr, chop, chop, chop. Just waiting for the zombies. I've just been waiting for the zombies. This whole COVID pandemic thing has been so disappointing for the lack of zombies. Even with the vaccination programs and everything rolling out, there's no bloody zombies. No zombies. Knife of choice at the minute, Robert. The Spyderco Bushcraft UK. It's a class knife. Absolutely class. A little bit underappreciated at the minute as a bit of a drawer queen because I'm sort of trying to rotate other knives and use them and stuff, and trying to use the red branch knife and stuff and sort of see what way I want it to be. But yes, yeah, they're nice. They're nice. Remember, Dad's on his live feed. They're home. They're home, guys. They're home. What I am going to do is. Who is Lily? Who is Noodle Chum?
I don't know.
No, you.
Let me see what. I don't know. I don't know. Noodle Chum.
I have an axe worth £25 and I broke it making my shelter. Says he's from 4 kills.
Oh, don't know who it is now.
Yeah, 40 quid for a knife. That's cheap, man. That's cheap.
4 kills. Let me see. Let me see the comment.
Ah, oh, Jesus Christ! Ah! Ah! She's freezing! That's 220, Roddy.
My freezing cold hand.
Come in, girls, and say hello. Come in and say hello. So, oh my God, don't touch me with your hands. Ah! Ah! Stop! I have a knife in my. Ah! Stop touching me! Oh, what do you do? Ah! Ah! Jesus! I don't know what to do. Ah, Evie, your hands are freezing. Right, stop touching me. Stop touching me. Go away.
Send me some.
Oh my God!
Squishy trading. Or fidget trading.
Come.
I don't know who it is, Lily. Look.
Check their channel after.
I don't know how to.
No, after it.
Ah, okay, okay. Will do. So yes.
You could just do this.
No, I'm not. Don't do anything.
No.
I'm on a live feed here. Look.
Like click them down and might show you their channel.
No.
Oh.
Put user in a timeout. Listen,
Whoa.
get off the thing. Go away. Go away. Okay, so this is what I'm up against here. This is my life, beaten up by my children every single day. Go downstairs. Go on. So, anywho, with what? With what? You're pushing 300 quid with that one, Roddy. You know, that's the price of a second-hand chainsaw. Guys, knives are expensive. Knives are expensive, and the more, the better. No, not really. The more handcrafted it is, the more expensive they are, and that's just the way it is. You have your TBS bore, Robbie. Do you still have it? The TBS bore is a copy of the Spyderco Bushcraft UK, as far as I am aware. So, well, they get me on the ground doing that stuff, Pat, and then the dog jumps in on top of me as well. So, such is my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Here is just going to put that little box of tricks away. So here is the situation, guys. I am going to call it quits there. I just want to say thanks very much, guys. It is. I know it's a little bit. I know a lot of you guys here are Wooly's Warriors from Wooly's World, you know. So it's super cool that you guys came across to support my new channel. What I would like to see, guys. Well, I'll do Wooly's World next week, and I'll do Red. I'll alternate them, you know, or we'll see how we get on. I'm taking off these bloody glasses because it's just a bit mental. So that's what we'll do, guys. If you are super interested in gear or any piece of gear, and you would like me to have a look at it and talk about it, just let me know, okay? Because there's no problem. You know, oh no, I have to research a piece of gear. So. You know, and that's the same as for Wooly's World, or it's for Red Branch Bushcraft, guys. So I'm into strimmer cable at the minute. Yes, I am. Guys, good night. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Or how about this? See you in the woods. Because that's what I use when I'm replying to people on Red Branch Bushcraft. I say, I put up a post, going to do this, blah 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 blah. See you in the woods. How about that for a sign off? That would be a good one. I have a couple of other ones. Anyway, listen, these are dropping like flies. Stay frosty. See you in the woods. Filthy animals. Filthy animals.